Hey guys, Mark here, and today we're diving into something that's going to genuinely change the way you work as a realtor. We're talking about how to build a realtor-specific GPT, not a generic chatbot, but an AI assistant that knows your market, your tone, and your workflows. Something that saves you hours every single week. So if you've been rewriting the same content over and over and you've been drowning in admin and content creation, this is going to be a game changer. So let's jump in. All right, so who is this actually for? If you're a busy realtor who's constantly rewriting listing descriptions, if you're buried under client emails and follow-ups, or maybe you're just curious about GPTs, but honestly not sure where to start, then this video is definitely for you. And here's my promise. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what to build and what steps to take. And hey, before we go any further, if there's anything in this video that you want me to break down step by step in a future tutorial, just drop a comment below. I check all of them and I prioritize whatever you guys ask for. So let's first get clear on what a realtor-specific GPT actually is. This is an AI assistant that knows your market, neighborhoods, property types, local patterns, knows your tone, the way you talk to clients, knows your workflows, how you work day to day. Think of it as my own AI assistant that genuinely understands real estate. This is where the power comes from. You're not using a generic tool anymore. You're using a tool tailored specifically to you. This matters because once you build this, you can start saving hours every single week on things like listing descriptions, client emails and follow-ups, social media posts, even explaining the market to buyers and sellers. And what it gives you is consistency, speed, and leverage. And if you have an assistant and you teach them this, well, you're making them more effective inside your business. But consistency, same quality every single time. Speed, minutes instead of hours, and leverage. While other agents are typing everything manually, you're moving faster. And listen, if you want to hop on a call and talk about how to implement this inside your business or even your team or brokerage, my contact info is in the description below. Happy to walk through it with you and strategize. A good Realtor GPT can literally transform the way you work. It can turn property bullets into polished MLS descriptions instantly, create multi-channel content, Instagram, Facebook, email, all from one set of details. Prepare listing presentations, explain market shifts in plain language for clients. And here's the real power. You give it info once and it gives you multiple assets back. That's where the leverage comes in. There are really three types of Realtor GPTs you should be considering building: listing and marketing GPT, MLS copy, Instagram captions, feature highlights. Number two, buyer and seller communication GPTs, emails, follow-ups, objection handling, client check-in. And number three, market explainer GPT, scripts, email updates, client-ready market explanation. And today we're going to build a simple version of number one, the listing and marketing GPT. Okay, now let me share my screen with you and show you how simple it is to create a basic GPT. Over time, you'll understand how to make them more complex, but let's start simple and just show you how easy it is. So under GPTs over here on the left, you just click GPTs. And then this is where you can search for GPTs, and we're going to come up here. This is where you could see the ones you've created. We're going to start with create. So click create. Okay, so once you click in there, you're going to see you have a create tab and a configure tab. Now, the create tab allows ChatGPT for you to help you build it in a conversational in a conversational way. So you're telling it what you want, and it's going to fill out the configure side on the back end there. Now that's useful for prototyping, and if you want it to ask you certain things, maybe help you expand that idea. But If you use a configure tab, it's going to be more precise and it's going to make you understand it more. So that's what I'm going to go through on this one, show you the configure tab. You can do it in the create tab and then go over to the configure tab and check the details. The good thing about working with the configure tab, it's not going to add something that you didn't want. So I'm going to teach you on the configure tab so that you understand it. So even when you work on the create tab, when you go over to the configure tab, you're going to know where to look for what and how to double check to make sure your GPT only has the instructions that you would like out of it. So we'll open up the configure tab and you're going to see this is where you can name your GPT, add descriptions, give it the instructions, conversation starters. If you've ever used a GPT, this is where you'll have some speech bubbles that give you a few actions that you can take. So you don't even have to think, you just look at one of those primary actions, hit it, and the GPT will get started on its own. So let's get into it here. First off, we're going to name it. So I will just paste this in here. Realtor Listing and Marketing Assistant. Next, we're going to give it a short description. Helps real estate agents turn property details into MLS descriptions, feature sheets, and social media captions. And then we get to the instructions part here. Now, this is where you're going to paste, you're going to tell it exactly how you want it to behave and what you want it to do. Now, if it is not producing the results that you would like it to produce, this is where you're going to come in and make tweaks, and that's going to be part of the building process, right? So I'll just read out quickly. You are an AI assistant for a licensed real estate agent working in Coquitlam, Port Moody, Port Coquitlam. That's my market and the surrounding Tri-Cities area in BC, Canada. Your main job is to turn raw property details, bullets, notes, MLS fields into MLS descriptions, professional, clear, and accurate social media captions, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube description hooks, bullet point featured sheets for buyers, writing style, clear, honest, down to earth. And again, you can adjust that to what you feel matches you, or you can even upload your writing into another chat and have it describe to you back your style. No hype or exaggerated claims, focus on lifestyles, key features, and local contexts. Use Canadian spelling. I'm in Canada. Rules: never invent facts, sizes, stratifies, taxes, zoning. This is very, very important here. As we're doing write-ups, it's not uncommon at all for ChatGPT to make things up that it would like there that it doesn't have the information of. So you want to tell it that. Only use what is provided. If key info is missing, state assumptions or ask what's missing. You want it to communicate that with you. Follow local advertising rules, no guarantees, no discriminatory language. When I paste property details, ask me what type of output I want, MLS, in the Instagram caption, feature sheet, email to buyers, etc. Any tone preference, formal, conversational, luxury, investor orientated. Always think like a professional realtor, helping another realtor move faster while maintaining quality and compliance. So you want to give it its role, and by telling it to act as a realtor, it's going to provide you the guidance, which is going to think in a way of compliance. So let's keep going here. Now, next we want to add conversation starters. And again, these will be the text prompts that when someone comes to your GPT, without even thinking, it will have a good idea of where to start and what it can do for them. So I've got a few over here that I'm just going to copy and paste over. So I've copied and pasted them in, and now you'll see that they turn up here as speech bubbles, and you could just show up and and click on them to start that process there. Now, next we have knowledge. Now, this is optional, but very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Now, what this is, if you have past listing descriptions or social posts or whatever you're asking it to do, past outputs that you have created, and you upload them there, it will adapt and write in your style. Or perhaps you want to just take ones that really, really resonate with you on this is how you would like your, your descriptions done. You can upload examples of output of how you would like it to to emulate. So it's best when you use your own, use your best stuff, put it up there, because what you'll find is you'll be doing way less editing because it's going to naturally come out of what you feel comfortable with. And then last, we've got capabilities down here: web search, canvas, image generation. We won't need web search for this. We won't need image generation, and we won't need code, interpreter, or data. Canvas may allow you to do a little more editing inside the GPT, so we'll leave that there. Okay, so now taking the bullet points of a recent listing that I have. Really, you just got, brainstorm, or you can just quickly dump your ideas in there. 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, approximately 1,600 square feet, lot size, walking distance to SkyTrain, whatever it is, you put those in there and then click what you want it to do. Okay, so let's put it to work. You can either click one of these and then it will ask you for your bullet points, or you can upload them and it'll ask you what you would like to do. So I will start by just clicking this, turn these property bullet points into happy to do it. So now I'm going to paste these property bullet points, and it's just, the basic stuff about the property. You can easily rifle these type of bullet points off of the top of your head if you know the listing, right? Detached home backing onto a greenbelt, 4 beds, 2 baths, 7,800 square foot lot, etc., etc. So I'm going to upload that. And let it get to work. Now, every MLS is going to be different. So if this is coming out with more characters than you would like, then you could go back into the instructions here and say, make MLS descriptions a maximum of whatever it may be, 800 characters, 1,200 characters, whatever limits you have. You just add that into the instructions there, and then it just pops it out immediately. Want an alternate tone, you just guide it from here, guys, right? And if you're finding that you're constantly guiding it in one direction, then you take those guidance instructions and you put them in the instructions, and it will get closer and closer to putting out the input that you want. And of course, it's very much help if you uploaded the knowledge, right? So it has a reference of an output of what it wants. And just some examples of how you refining the instructions, so that depending if it's giving you the output you want, that you can help refine it. If it's too long, go back to the instructions and keep MLS descriptions around, however many characters you need, and unless they say otherwise. If it's too hypey, like avoid salesy language, like stunning, breathtaking, must see, use more grounded description language, so you can guide it on how you want the output to be there. And too generic, whenever possible, tie the description to, I'm in Coquitlam or Tri-Cities, lifestyle, park, school, SkyTrain. So you can even train it where it's mentioning amenities close to the property based on the address. The key is the more you use it, the better it will get. And the more feedback you give it, the better it will get. Over time, it will become very, very precise in delivering the output that is most valuable for you. Once that's done, up in the corner, just click Create. And then you can have it only me if you want it only for yourself, or anyone with the link. So if you make it anyone with the link, then you can share it with whomever has that link. Obviously, they'll be able to get it. It'll be available in the GPT store if you want, and then or only me. In this case, because I'm just doing it as the example, I will do it as only me. Got some precise instructions in there, and then you just hit save, or anyone with a link. There we go, save, and you're off to the races. From there, it'll give you a link that you can share your GPT. So it's giving you a link. You can copy and share that, or save that link so that you have quick access whenever you want. And it takes you right. If you want me to do full tutorials on number 2 or number 3, comment below and let me know which ones you want next. So here's the framework. And honestly, once you understand this, you can build unlimited GPTs. Define the job. What will this AI assistant actually do? Tell it who you are, your market, your niche, your tone. Feed it examples, inputs, and ideal outputs. Test with real prompts. Save and use it daily. This is the whole game. All right, let's walk through steps 1 to 3 more practically. Step 1, define the job. Ask yourself, what would I hire this AI to do? For this example, turn property info into marketing content. Step 2, who you are. Tell it. Your market, Coquitlam or Tri-Cities for me. Your niche, upsizers, relocators. Your tone, clear, honest, down to earth. And step 3, add examples. Paste sample listing bullets and show it your version of MLS descriptions that you've done, social captions. Even 1 or 2 examples help massively. And again, if you want me to break down exactly what examples to use or how to structure them, just comment examples tutorial and I'll build that out. Next is testing, refining, and deploying. Test and iterate. Use real world prompts like, here are the details for a new listing. Write me an MLS description and an IG caption. Look at that. Look at the output. Ask yourself, what's good? What needs improvement? Save and use daily. Pin your GPT so it's always just 1 click away. Use it every time you take a new listing, need a social post, or want to crank out a feature sheet. This becomes part of your daily workflow, not a one-off experiment. All right, so if you want the full step-by-step tutorial, comment below and tell me listing help, follow-up automation, market stats, or whatever you need. Just let me know. And if you want help designing a custom GPT for your real estate business or your brokerage, reach out. My contact info is below in the description. And remember, this is just one GPT. Over time, you can build a full AI team to run your entire business. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more AI tools and workflows for realtors.